What's the official version?
The official version is that we are an egalitarian group that plans to open a self-advocacy center to help meet the needs of homeless and low-income people. And that in the meantime, we're having picnics in the warm weather out on Cambridge Common every week on Sundays, and in the colder weather, we've been having those meals indoors and providing blankets, food, and clothing, and music together. Plus, we have an office right here where we're interviewing, and we have planning meetings with the Quakers to get kitchen help from Food Not Bombs, and we'll be writing grants with we're tax exempt, we're incorporated. And we hope to have a clubhouse, like a union hall for hippies and homeless people. Got some rainbow energy, people from the rainbow, and some deadheads, and a lot of homeless white adult males. We have some people of color, some single parents, some women. We're about 3/4 homeless, but we have some faith group members and students who help frame our agenda and carry out key tasks like grant writing, putting out the newsletter, negotiating space. That's my overview.
That's your overview? And what are you going to do now?
Well, we've got spring coming on. We've been going on for about a year now. We've been serving a meal to maybe 100 people every Sunday for about a year. Now we need to open up a self-advocacy center a few afternoons a week. We're negotiating for space with it. And from there, self-help and political projects will gestate, hopefully. We'll probably be moving outdoors in the next month or so. If we can get a kitchen near Cambridge Common to cook, we'll be serving a picnic, which will increase our participation again, probably. We tend to get more people during the warm weather. And when the winter comes around, if we have a self-advocacy center, more and more people will come to that because the cold will drive them indoors. And when people come, we plan to pass on some skills from our more affluent members to our less affluent members, from privileged to less privileged people. I'd say that at one point there were about 5 people who did most of the agenda framing, at least 3-4 months ago. I think that's changed some. And 2 of them had been low income or homeless and 3 of them hadn't. But we have a planning group that's 3/4 low income. The meal itself has got a lot of low income people coming to the meal.
How many people?
Well, we've had estimates of anywhere from 50 to 200 people. I would say that it's about 100 to 110 average. Indoors it might be 75 to 100 average. Outdoors it's probably 125 to 150 average. And yeah, this is the average guess. I'm only guessing, it hasn't been a direct count. We count plates sometimes to figure out how many people have come. We count heads sometimes. And I've counted, let's say, 100, 70, 80, 90, 100 at a time. But usually, or at least outdoors especially, you'll have people will come over a 2 or 3 hour period. And so if you have 100 at one moment, you probably have 200 at any entire time. Mm-hmm. There's been other times when I've counted 40 or 50 heads, indoors or outdoors. So that probably means there's 75 or 100 people those days. So I think the average is right around 100 a week.
And that's your basic clientele.
Yeah, and there's probably 200 or 300 or even 500 who've come in the last year, maybe once every month or 2, steady. And there's probably 70 or so people who come almost every week. Mm-hmm. Then the 20 planning core, and then about 5 people who do the space negotiating and the grant writing and sort of framing our projects and campaigns. And we operate by consensus, but this breakdown that I just gave is more or less how things are informally shaken out. We have sort of a hierarchy based on skill and effort. percolate more volunteering and more skills to more people. Sometimes the volunteers who come in aren't quite sure how they can plug in and be appreciated. And I think homeless people, people who are currently homeless especially, have a hard time plugging into the planning side of things and the office side of things. But we need to figure out ways to encourage homeless people to participate.
Okay. So you got a telephone number you want to tell them or anything to call your organization?
I'd have to actually look it up. Yeah, what's your number, Blue?
562-1094.
562-1094 is the number you can dial if you want to get information about Dead and Gems.
Yeah.
And the self-advocacy.
You want to donate something to us. You want to give us something?
We need cash.
We
Bad.
need cash.
I wouldn't
Bad.
dress like that if we didn't need cash. Bad. We want your cash. We want you to volunteer.
We want
you
your
to be
volunteerism. We want you to be a 1,000th point of light.
We don't care if you can afford cable or not. You're still welcome with us.
Yeah, but if you got
no
cable,
forger.
you can afford it, so give us money.
Or
Now
you
you
need
people.
tax-deductible contributions, and I want you to know we are.
Tax
503C.
deductible
I
charity
want
organization.
Do it before April 15th
You walk into the room.
with your pencil in your hand.
You see somebody naked.
And you say, who is that man?
You try so
But
hard.
you don't understand
Just
what to say.
when you get home. And you know something is happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you? Mr. Jones. Master Jones. Alright. Well, enough of that shit.
All right.
Your interview's done.
Okay. Good. I'm glad, man.